Hey, Taylor, just what has the day of preparation been like today?
Just business as usual. Came in, watched film. Obviously, with the travel involved, some guys went over to the gym to get shots to feel comfortable, just maintain the routine. It's just business as usual. Get the takeaways from Game 5, understand what we haven't been able to accomplish in the series here in this building, how we've got to, play at a different level. But we just got to build off of what we did in Game 5. We know it's going to be extremely hard, and my message to the team is to continue to find ways to play our best basketball.
Taylor, they've talked about the team without Ja having to prepare completely differently. Do you have to anticipate some of the adjustments that they may make going against this team, and how different is the team with Ja and without Ja?
Yeah, I think it's the natural course of the series. I mean, obviously, going from Game 3 to Game 4, 4 to 5, understanding what they may do now that Tyus is, in the starting lineup, Stevens back in the starting lineup, understanding what they've been doing throughout the course of 48 minutes, that, the adjustments that they've been showing, whether it's, their transition defense, their pick and roll defense, what they're trying to do on offense as well. I mean, that's just the natural course of the series. So, we're prepared for everything. Who knows what they're going to throw out there, starting lineups, coverages, whatnot. We'll adjust as we've done. I've told the team, it's what I've always been proud about them, is they've been able to adjust in games, game to game. And, we try not to skip a beat, when any of our guys are out. Ja's out, we play the same system. I keep talking about how they just rally with each other. Obviously, last game, great performance, but we knew we need to play our best basketball to extend our season. We're going to need that again tonight, especially on the road. How are we just going to extend our season by playing our best basketball? We know what we can control. Just got to go out and do it.
Without Otto Porter, if they do go small more, what are your kind of defensive keys against that really small lineup?
Yeah, I mean, I think, we'll know our matchups, we'll know our coverages. It's about just executing it. I try not to get complicated with the guys. I think they know from a personnel standpoint with what we have to do on each guy. Coverage, coverages, we know what we got to do each possession. Just can we have that mentality to go from one possession to the next? Last time we were in this building, in a close game, we still had plenty of breakdowns because we couldn't get from one possession to the next, or we had, a breakdown in communication. So, regardless of who they throw out there, we know what coverages, what matchups we're going to deploy. We just got to go out there and at the end of the day, just do it.
Coach, was there a key moment or game where this team said, hey, even when Ja's out, we can win without him?
I don't think there was maybe one moment. Obviously, we did it on a number of occasions during the regular season. I think that stretch, probably December, January, 11-game win streak. We don't try to get too inflated and focus on win streaks or whatnot, but just the consistency to be able to come out every single night. And, whether we're fully healthy or not fully healthy, it doesn't matter who's on the floor. Anybody can make an impact for us. And I think during that stretch, a lot of different guys stepped up, performances on offense, performances on defense. So I think that probably gave them confidence, but we're not going to say here's a turning point in the season. But, the fact that we are playing out with Ja, playing now without Ja, I think hopefully guys can pull back on that and say, hey, we're going to need to do that. But obviously it's the playoffs. You got to do it at a different level.
Taylor, the last time you were in the building, it was a game that came down the last 5 or 6 minutes, and they made a few more plays than you guys did. Without Ja, obviously you know who you're going to in the fourth quarter. In terms of what you want to see differently if you get into a close game tonight, is it something you base off what happened over the course of the game, or do you feel like you have an idea of who you think should be getting the ball in those situations already?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we'll have our game plan. I critiqued myself big time at the end of the fourth quarter. I think just getting organized a little bit earlier, better, having cleaner possessions is a big thing for us. If it's a tight game, we've got to anticipate that, of course. We've got a lot of options out there. Obviously, Ja, historically, he's always been kind of the guy, and obviously has phenomenal numbers. But we've been in situations like this during the regular season. Different guys got to step up. They got to lead. They got to execute. But as the game goes on, we'll see what their matchups are, what their coverages are, what they've been taking away, and then we'll obviously have our counters or plan B and C for whatever we got to do. Because at the end of the day, when it's a tight game, we got to make sure we get the appropriate stops and appropriate execution on offense.
Taylor, Jordan Poole's shooting numbers dropped the past 2 games. I was wondering, how would you compare what you guys did defensively on him then versus earlier in the series, and how does that apply for tonight?
I mean, we knew going into the series, he's a huge X factor. Obviously, the way Curry plays, Thompson plays, Poole plays, very interchangeable about how they attack on the offensive end. I think we just understood in the first, 3 games, we were just giving them too easy looks. We just, our one-on-one defense was not very good. Our coverages on him, we were letting him just get loose. He was hitting threes. He was getting to the rim too easily. We just had more of an emphasis on putting more attention on him.
Any other questions? Taylor, your group is extremely confident to begin with, but I do wonder, the other night, when you're up 55, when you beat a team like that, is there any impact on the belief within your group with, you're on the plane right over here going, guys, like, we're better than this team. Let's go finish the job and take them out because of the dominance the other night?
Yeah, I think, we've been a team that's always shown we don't try to put too much stock into one game. No highs, no lows. Obviously, a great victory the other night, a much needed victory the other night. Hopefully, we do have confidence that, the season isn't over. We have an opportunity to go out there and play our basketball, rely on the great team that we have, the spirit of this team, the swag of this team. Hey, we played our best basketball, but now we've got a tougher challenge doing it on the road. So, we don't try to put too much stock in it. We just, as the first question was, we just learn from it, understand what we did well, what we didn't do well, because we definitely made some mistakes, try to come out and play even a better game of basketball in Game 6.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.